I, William R. Jones, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, so help me God. I first took that oath in July 1965 when I joined the United States Navy. The enemy then was communism, as the enemy is now communism. So help me God. Most oaths in the United States based in supporting and defending the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. So help me God. American government is by the authority of God. The authority of God. Back in the 90s, I returned to college. I majored in public administration. Had a Constitution law class. Had a pretty good professor, Dr. Carl Stover. First night, introduction. After he introduced himself and his personal history, he said, let's get right into it. And he started talking about the demons and the 7 deadly sins. And that the founders and the framers of the Constitution and the government, American government, the federal system of America, was divine inspiration. I sense through my personal research, it's more than that. It's directed by divine direction. Romans 13, chapter 13, Romans, book of Romans, from Paul. Yeah. By authority of God. And what does it say? Romans chapter 13, it starts out, let every soul be subject to the sovereign authorities, for there is no power which is not from God, and those who are in authority are ordained by God. And whoever therefore resists the civil authority resists the command of God, and they who resist shall receive judgment to themselves. For the judges are not a menace to good works, but to evil. Now if you do not wish to be afraid of authority, then do good, and you will be praised for it. For the ruler is the minister of God to you for good. But if you do that which is wrong, be afraid, for he is not girded with the sword in vain, for he is the minister of God, an avenger of wrath upon those who commit crime. Wherefore we must be obedient, not only in the fear of wrath, but also for our own conscience' sake. It continues on. But let me just talk first about the first 5 verses that I just read. For the judges are not a menace to good works, but to evil. Now if you do not wish to be afraid of authority, then do good, and you will be praised for it. And what is the Supreme Court? Progressively has gotten worse. Abortion is genocide. Same-sex marriage is lust. The Constitution was to be the authority of God, become the authority of God against the 7 deadly sins. Same-sex marriage is lust. abortion is murder. Because we have the people who say the Constitution is a flowing document, but it's not a flowing document. It's based upon Romans 13, which is 2,000 years old. For the judges are not a menace to good works, but to evil. Communism is evil. That's verse 3. Verse 4. For the ruler is a minister of God to you for good. But if you do that which is wrong, be afraid, for he is not girded with the sword in vain, for he is a minister of God and an avenger of wrath upon those who commit crime. Article 3, Section 3 of the Constitution. Treason. 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 Codified under 18 U.S.C. Chapter 115. Oh, treason is evil. Evil. And the Democratic Party is a communist party. Oh, 91 pages. A lot of it. A lot of it. Communist stuff in there. Oh, Romans 13's in there too in that third 91 pages. Oh yeah. And I haven't heard from any of them. I haven't heard from any of them committing the crime, continuation of the committing of crime, given notice of treason, and they do not acknowledge it. Wherefore, in verse 5, wherefore we must be obedient not only in fear of wrath, but also for our conscience sake. Conscience sake. Violating the oaths of office. No conscience. No conscience sake. And Romans 13, it's from the Word, the truth, the Holy Bible. The Word, the truth, the way, the life. But what is communism? But page 26 of the Communist Manifesto, but communism abolishes eternal truth. It abolishes all religion and all morality, instead of constituting them on a new basis. It therefore acts in contradiction to all past historical experience. Contradiction to Romans 13, the Holy Bible, the Word, the truth. It abolishes eternal truth. It abolishes all religion and all morality. And the tie-in between communism and the Democratic parties. Democratic parties of all countries. Page 34 of the Communist Manifesto. Finally, they labor everywhere for the union and the agreement of democratic parties of all countries. Union and agreement of democratic parties of all countries. They're in it together. They're in it together. Democratic parties. The Democratic Party and also the Republican establishment is a Democratic Party also. And then the next paragraph. The communists disdain to conceal their views and aims. They openly declare that their ends can be attained only by forcible overthrow of all existing social conditions. Let the ruling classes tremble at the communistic revolution. The proletarians have nothing to lose but their chains, and they have a world to win. Working men of all countries, unite. They openly declare that their ends can be attained only by the forcible overthrow of all existing social conditions. Totalism, total control, and get rid of the eternal truth, the Bible, Christianity, Judaism. Forcible overthrow of all social. Let the ruling classes tremble. They're terrorists. The Democratic Party are terrorists, spewing their hate. Spewing their hate. Presidential candidate, Democratic Party, speaks for the Democratic Party, talks about deplorable people. She's talking about Christians and Jews as deplorable people. The hatred in their words. Obama, people clinging to their Bible and their guns. Because he's involved in the forcible overthrow of all social conditions. And that'll be it for today. Recapturefederalism.com. Recapturefederalism.com. Catch me on my channel on YouTube, on my website. Good day.